What's up, everyone? Another beautiful day here in Greece, in Athens, Greece. And today I'm doing a bit of a walking tour, trying to see, the points of interest around here. There's so many. So I'm going to do a little tour. Maybe I'll show you guys a bit of that. But first, I'm going to head to this, I think it's a little bakery breakfast spot, and get a little something to eat. So join me. Traffic here is insane. I don't really know about it. You just have to go. So I just went here, Philo, and I got a spinach pie. Thank you. And I got a spinach pie. I was told this was the most traditional. And also I got a Greek coffee. Double shot of Greek coffee. Hopefully it's not too strong. But I wanted to get a traditional Greek breakfast. It's good. It looks like there's spinach, a little bit of feta cheese. Let's try it. Very good. Crunchy. Oh wow, it's delicious. Absolutely delicious. I think there's onion, spinach, and feta, and it's like crispy crust. Very good. I think it was €2.90 for the coffee, the double. I think it was like another €2 or something. Not bad. Here's my Greek coffee. It looks a bit, asked for no sugar, no nothing. It's very, very hot. It's huge. It looks a bit milky. I don't know if there's any milk in it. It looks very strong, but I can't try it yet. It's too hot. I'll let you know how it is. And it's a bit like Turkish coffee. It's very grainy, thick, and very, very strong. Very, very strong. It's so good though. Very flavorful, very strong coffee. This is gonna wake me up, I think. I really like it though. Got a lot of different flavors going on. And when you get down there, that's soot. The soot of the coffee, so you don't drink that. But that's just part of the process, how they make it. It's a lot. They don't filter it at all. So it's all, it just kind of separates when you drink it. Yeah, very interesting, very strong, but very, very good coffee. I enjoyed the Greek coffee. Yeah, and the price of it was around €6.30. So not bad. The little piece of pie, spinach and feta pie, was €2.90. And the rest of it was the coffee. Then it was the double shot. So I think it was a bit more expensive, but well worth it. Very good. So now we're gonna go to a hill that overlooks the Acropolis and a great view of the city. And on our way, we can get some views of the city streets. Awesome city streets here. Some cool artwork. But yeah, this is called Areopagus Hill. Areopagus Hill. I hope I'll put it down, the name, but I hope I'm pronouncing it somewhat correctly. But it's a famous hill. People go and watch the sunset there. So we're heading there now. As usual, if anything interesting comes up on the way, definitely film it for you. But man, I'm just taking in all these alleyways, all the old churches and buildings. I mean, you can really, really get lost in this city. Coming up on another old cathedral here. It's mostly Greek Orthodox as a religion. And apparently each of these cathedrals throughout the city has like a different theme. Like one of them might be where you go if your friend, for example, is very stupid. There's a cathedral you can go to do a prayer. They can make your friend not so stupid. So funny things like this. Apparently there's a little church for every type of thing, some silly things as well. Just gonna stop and marvel at these little alleyways. Wow, so cool. Look at this, it's so tiny. Really have to watch your step as well. I mean, there's all types of cracks and things. Wow. Just getting lost here in these alleyways. But look, it all leads to something. Wow, and people live there. Right there is the Acropolis, if you can see it. Really cool vibe. Really cool vibe back here. So we're coming up to the hill now. So there's great historical significance with this hill. It's said to be where the ancient politicians would meet and discuss important business. And it's also said to be where the ideals of democracy were first conceived. So it's really cool to be standing here right now. We can only imagine some of the conversations that took place on this hill back in the day. It's quite windy up here. Offers a cool view of the city. It's apparently the best place to see the sunset. And there's the Parthenon up there. And there, I was there yesterday, this hill, as you can see. That is the highest point. That is the highest point in the city, this hill. So, yesterday we saw this magnificent 360 view of the city. So yeah, just a lot to see here in Athens, and great viewpoints. I love when a city has great viewpoints. That's why I generally love places with mountains beside them, because you can just see everything. I mean, just look at this. Oh, it's so beautiful. Gosh, I could just stand here and sit for hours and just watch everything. It's so pretty. And in my last video I said that there's over 3 million people, but really it's closer, I learned, to about 7 million people living here. There's not an exact count because Greece is notoriously bad for their census, their mailing system, so they don't really know how many people actually live here. But as you can see, this huge sprawling cityscape, it just goes on beyond here and then beyond this as well. So, I mean, it's just really as far as the eye can see, just these overly white buildings. It's really, really pretty. But yeah, it's just such an impressive and massive cityscape. Probably one of the most impressive I've ever seen, if not the most impressive I've ever seen. So yeah, so closer to 7 million people living here. I think that's pretty insane, but pretty awesome. Huge city. I'm making my descent now back into the city center, but just want to show you guys this. They have throughout the city just little areas that can't be built, and they're preserved for the history. I mean, these rocks are probably God knows how old, centuries. And yeah, just like little archaeological sites like this you can find all over the city. It's really cool stuff. And I was told the metro system as well, why it's not so developed, is because they construct and they keep running into more artifacts and things, so they have to get in the archaeologists to come examine everything. So it's taken so long, so they just abandoned finishing the metro. So that's an interesting little tidbit. So now I'm on a street called Pandrosu. Hope I'm saying that correctly. But it's one of the streets here where you can buy souvenirs and people are selling all types of things. So you have instruments, jewelry. It's quite touristy, but I thought I'd show to you guys because it's so cool. Yeah, so these streets, just all types of things for sale. You can see there's a bit of everything. It's so crowded here. I need to watch out for pickpocketers. But yeah, just want to show you guys the vibe here. Super cool. Now we're back in one of the main squares of the city. So we have people selling little fruits, cherries, strawberries, apricots, bananas. Yeah, it's really crowded. It's another little cathedral right here in the center. Rooftop gardens and bars to drink at. And it's called Monastraki. Souvlaki, I hope I'm saying that right, and it's where the main metro line is. It's basically the center of Athens. You can see the Parthenon up there, and yeah, it's just buzzing. A lot of people out. I love these cabs, like an old Mercedes in yellow. It's funny, but yeah, the traffic, insane. You'll get run over here, even on the crosswalks. But to top off this video, I think I'm going to get a Souvlaki, I hope I'm saying that right. But it's basically like what we know as a gyro, a little sandwich and a pita with some lamb and vegetables. So we're going to go get one of these, traditional. We'll see you there. This is the place. Costas. It must be good because there's a big line. As you can see, it's very family run, very small. Pictures on the wall. Traditional. See them constructing Souvlakis. Right there. I'm gonna ask them the difference between calamari and a Souvlaki. Let's see everything cooking right there. They cook the pita on top of the meat for extra flavor. Could I have the normal one with the lamb, or the traditional? No lamb. With lamb. Oh, no lamb. With pork is fine.
One pork?
Two.
6 euro.
Okay. And what's the difference between the calamari and Souvlaki?
Calamari is only the meat. Calamari,
it's only the meat.
Calamari pita is everything. Pita, tomato, onion, fries, sauce.
Okay, I'll have 2 of those then.
All right.
Thank you.
2 calamari pita, 2 pork pita.
Yes.
6 euro.
So this is what I got. It's a bit with everything. Oh, it's so hot. Oh, yeah, the tomatoes are so good. And there's fries in it. I'll let you know how it is. So good. A little bit spicy. You got the best tomatoes ever, so fresh. Got the fries a little bit salty. I think there's paprika, onion, and the pita is so soft. So much flavor on the meat. They didn't have lamb, they just had pork. I guess some places just have lamb with pork. This is calamari, which is a Souvlaki, but with everything on it. I think that's what he said. But very, very good. You have to try these when you come. Whew, that was good. I'm quite full now. I needed that. But yeah, it's so delicious. The pita is so spongy and it just soaks up all that flavor. I love those things. You know, we would know it as a gyro, but they call it a kalamaki, Souvlaki. I think gyro too, but I see a lot of Souvlaki. But yeah, I think that's gonna be the end of this video. Thanks for checking it out. Go back, relax, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.